Last time on Elemantra.
You see this dark, shadowy thing, red eyes, disintegrate. I can't thank you enough.
So you were possessed by a demon thing?
A piece of shadow lore, yes. Come on, Irene. We don't have the rights.
We are going to need to take a good look at her staff and make sure none of them were in on her recent possession.
Mm-hmm. Guys, we had a combat and it went smoothly.
Really? Yeah.
I have to start remembering how I built this town a little bit better.
Yeah, you should probably draw it.
Was that backwards thing on the fly?
No, I did that on purpose.
The town's backwards.
No, that's
It's
actually...
upside down. It's upside down.
All your characters die.
Bring it.
That sack right there of dice is mine, I do believe.
Would you hand her sack, please?
Thank you.
Nice sack toss, bro.
But yeah,
So I might have edited like your guys' direction, pretty much, kind of thing, making the school south, pretty much.
that doesn't matter.
The library was north. The pot distillery.
The pot distillery.
Yeah, it's a distillery now.
So it was never a convenience
It was
store.
always a distillery.
I may have handled things differently.
Had you known.
For example, there would have been things for me to grab off the shelf and hand over and trade.
Junkyard
I don't really
to the
subscribe
east,
to that
and then I'm
concept.
going to make the church to the west.
Yes.
Okay, I want to make sure, because I was trying to make sure like the way like the heaven's light will hit the church.
Oh, alright.
So I'm like that's right?
Well, it depends on if you want to hit the front or the back of the church.
I want to
You
go
wanna
through
go
Usually,
the back
a
behind?
window, that
because
window.
the front, because the main window will go straight into.
Right. Alright, are we good? Did we get all that energy out? We alright?
Yeah, I think.
Let's do it.
Last time on Elemantra.
You're not the mayor.
Yeah, pretty much.
Are you mad? I am your daughter. And then God said he will smite the wicked. You want some weed?
I have exorcised the demons. This house is clear.
So let's do an actual semi-recap of where we left off.
We didn't just cover that?
We're gonna do a more in-depth, like an
A
actual.
real one.
Yeah,
We saved the mare and she was putting us up for the night.
kind of. It's like not super late.
Oh.
But you probably, I mean, you still haven't gone to your fucking hotel room, so who knows what's there.
Yeah, we're
besides
still
your-
gonna make sure
Or
you
the
have a
car.
My Jeep should be at the
van. Oh, right,
hotel.
Jeep. Sorry, I just pedo van assumed. I'm sorry, I shouldn't assume things like that.
He wanted one initially, so it's fine. So yeah, the mayor guides you back to her actual office area after you cleanse whatever dark, shadowy entity fell from her.
I'm gonna have to pause there because I didn't realize how accurate we have exorcised the demons was until you just said that.
Yeah,
'cause
no,
I totally
like-
forgot that happened.
Yeah, no, like that
I am
was.
so
I mean,
bad at
the
this.
entire joking thing worked out really nicely. This is just more like, all right, let's get into.
Instinctively, I'm funny.
That is an objective statement.
It's my objective statement.
I'm objecting to it right now. Anyway, so she takes you back. So let's go back through really quick.
Cool.
So let us start with. I think I always start to my left. Let's start with Carter.
So Carter's probably feeling a little out of his depth here. As it turns out, he's not an elemental, and kind of like he's starting to get this feeling that a lot of the judges are going to be combat oriented, where he's just like, all right, well, I guess here you go, Ivan. Ivan's up.
So it has that moment of like, oh god, am I gonna be useful?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got some doubts because he's like, I'm gonna try and be diplomatic. Oh, we're fighting. All right, well, I guess we're gonna do. Guess we're gonna do. Cranks the egg timer.
All right, and what does Ivan
I
think
think
about?
Ivan is actually feeling more than like he's the literal exact opposite of Carter in this case because he's combat oriented, but he's been living like a civilian life and been bored out of his mind. So now he's like, oh, I'm getting a taste for this combat thing. Starting to get the shakes, you know. Needs some more of a fix. I'm kidding. That's not
great.
That's not good. That's not-
Jesus.
I mean, that makes sense though.
Yeah. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. That face made me scared.
I'll say in a moment, but I'm happy I just read what I wrote. Continue.
All right, so I think that's a pretty general synopsis on how what's going on in the Carter noggin. Yeah, so I think it's pretty good general synopsis on what's going on in the brain place.
Okay. Let's go. Let's go.
Go?
Let's go.
Who's that referring? No, okay.
Oh, wait, I missed a good pun. Damn. Would you say that Carter finds this entire situation shocking?
Yes.
Damn it.
The relationship between the two, it's not very static, is it? Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm allowed to make the puns.
Electron currents.
What the hell is your problem?
So Go he's feeling really, also not within his element, lived a very civilian lifestyle, and never had to fight for real.
Mm-hmm.
All of his fight has been competitive oriented, not it's very different to fight in actual real time as opposed to these are the rules, you can only do these things, you can only hit these areas, and that's very different than what he is used to, having done competitive martial art and bowmanship and all that little stuff for sport, because he's a sportsman combat, which is weird. However, he likes that so far he's good at it.
Okay.
Because he doesn't find he's good at a lot of things. He feels like he's a generally mediocre person. So he's kind of feeling pretty good right now.
I feel like it's almost like group therapy. And why does Go feel like that?
But yeah, no, he's kind of excited, and he's starting to gel with these guys now, and
Yeah, cool. Okay.
feel less on edge about the group atmosphere.
I have a good question in this situation for you then. How does Go feel about the switching between Carter and Ivy?
That's an interesting thing, actually. The shit's getting real with that. But he's been taking note of it, and it's like a very, oh, shit's gonna hit the fan with this eventually. I think he doesn't want to, bring it up because it seems like a really touchy subject. But, we were told about it. At the start, we just never saw it, and it was also kind of sure, okay.
So it's almost like the blood in the water situation. You're waiting to see what it attracts.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Also kind of waiting for him to bring it up, because he hasn't really. We've talked to Carter, but Ivan hasn't talked to us.
That's accurate.
We've had no conversation with Ivan other than seeing him in combat, and even in combat he didn't say anything to us. So I think it's kind of a sit and wait to see if he makes the first move.
Okay.
Kind of thing. At least for Go. But yeah, no, it's very much going to be a situation.
Okay. That was just a question I had, because
Go is bad with confrontation.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, cool. And then we're gonna go to Carlo.
Yo.
What's going on in Carlo's mind? What's up with Carlo?
He's not even remotely surprised this is what happens when you let your society get duped into trusting one person above everyone else. You don't trust people to run things for themselves, so then you give one person more power over all the people, and then you're surprised when they turn evil and have to be stopped. I'll tell you one thing, we may have stopped and exorcised the demons from her, but she's still got another demon. It's called this illusion of control that she has.
I was not ready.
How are you not ready?
The moment you open your mouth, I was I regret listening to this immediately.
Huh. Okay.
I
So
need
as far
to
as
talk to him more. I need to talk to Carlo more.
As far as he's concerned, he doesn't trust the people who brought us here. He trusts the mayor slightly more, that she's not trying to kill us now, but just that much more.
Barely.
And
yeah.
essentially he's still only here to hopefully save a girl and now the other people that he's met in this town, because he's not happy about what he's seen in this town at all and would like to give people the opportunity for something better to happen.
Aw, so he's a good guy, Greg.
With
He also
tinfoil
needs
on
to
his head.
make up some more Molotovs when he gets the chance.
just gonna sneak that in there.
Damn, I was sad. You're he doesn't like anything about this town. I was like, oh, what about Leah and what's his face that I forgot?
Devin.
Devin.
Those two can die.
Well, he
How
doesn't
dare you,
like...
Devin's a treasure.
People aren't things about a town. They're people. They're not things.
No. Devin's kind of a thing.
Not sure what kind of thing.
Well. God damn it. Okay, so, She's briskly ushering you. We're jumping right in, by the way.
Okay.
So
In case you weren't for it, ready.
we're jumping right back into it. So she is going to be guiding you back into her like office area, which is like a recap kind of thing, just in case there's like a big wait time or whatever. When you first met Irene Books,
Oh yeah, Irene
still
Books.
my favorite name right now. She had white strips in her hair that
And those
after
went away.
you exercised her
I remember
demons,
this.
hallelujah, they went away, and she seemed younger, kind of feeling in like an appearance sort of thing, and much less wanting to kill you, like about 100%.
A noticeable decrease.
Just about a 180. Yeah, so she guides you in, and her office, she opens the door. It's very well kept. It's organized, and there's a bunch of books, information that you can just already kind of see.
So even in her demonic, and I put that in finger quotes, state, she was still organized and well kept.
Some things are meticulous.
Yeah.
Or she's not at all, and the demon
It's
at
just
his side job put her office in order. It was like,
Demon's
this
like,
is
how can I
this is just
control this woman?
unacceptable.
just imagine her walking through like, this isn't how I left it, and just shatters everything, like pulls shit off the shelves. Anyway, sorry. Apparently I'm in this
Little
kind of
tent
mood
in the
today.
corner with a fire.
So, I'm going to give everyone a necklace, just so you know, for this in a moment, but I will explain why, because it's about your approval.
Cool.
So once again, her gray, silvery blue kind of whole, like pantsuit thing going on. She might have been a skirt. I don't remember. I think she,
Pantsuit. I feel like pantsuit.
I think it was
feels,
a pantsuit.
She
It was
feels like a pantsuit.
Power suit.
Yeah. So she ushers you in, like she closes the door behind you.
Okay.
How much do you know?
Well, we know that we're in a town, and that we know that elementals exist now. That was a pretty good find. And we know that you tried to kill us, but now you're not trying to kill us, so that's pretty cool. I may sound a little crazy right now, but I'm a little unnerved at the whole what that was out in the front there.
Okay. What exactly are you asking us? How much we know? What about?
The first step in seeking knowledge is admitting you know nothing. And then I just stare at her.
Carter points at him.
So you are correct. You know of elementals, which is wonderful. I would hope so, considering you are elementals. Beyond that, I was mostly referring of what you know about this town.
As far as that goes,
Go enthusiastically raises his hand.
Carter looks at you, was about to say something, is like, no, and just kind of like gestures.
Yes?
I did research on this specific subject, actually, because I did all that info on the town, and we haven't really retconned what I learned, but he gave me the highlights, so I am going to, because I studied them, so Go is going to give the brief synopsis of all of the bookmarks and the major things that he gave me about this town.
Yeah, so you point out the fact like it was formed in a long time ago. I'll put in
That
a
it's
date
older.
later. It's at
Oh, I do know about her note in the book, and I'm going to say that as well.
her illegible note.
Her completely illegible note, aka none of us can read cursive for some reason.
You know, did you ever even let Carlo try?
That's true, we didn't actually.
Carlo has excellent penmanship.
I mean, we've got the person who wrote it here, so why wouldn't we, at this point.
Now, going back to the book, do you remember
Anyway.
what was on that page of the book?
Oh, shit.
It was the riddles,
Yes, it was all the riddles and ones that he had never figured out.
because he only figured out the one to make that note pop out.
That was it. And that was on a whim. He's like, oh, huh.
Look at that.
I did a thing.
I did a thing.
Yes, no, but I also know that that book in particular and that page is over 200 years old because the company is old.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
So she runs down and explains that she's an elemental. Obviously, at this point, she kind of laughs.
What?
However, what you did was...
What are elementals again?
Where do we start? You wake up in a room. So she breaks down yada yada about her element self, claiming herself as the ice judge, and she presents to you these black cord necklaces. That there's an icy blue gem on that's swirling, and when we touch it, it feels cold.
Cool.
This is a symbol of my approval.
It's
What
like
you
that.
cured for me was... You saw the shadow entity that left my body, correct?
I did. That was really disconcerting is a word I would use.
That is what we like to call a temptation.
What now?
A temptation. I sought out my entire career path to give back, to be able to help those who were in need. With that, I agreed that I needed more power. I needed a way for myself to be able to get things done that I couldn't before. And something found me, you could say. And I agreed to everything that this secondary thought process gave. And before I knew it, it felt like I had been lost within my own mind. Actions I was doing weren't what I would have done. Things that I would have done to help this city were pushed to the wayside. People are in need, and yet they feel like they can go nowhere near me.
Well, I mean, hopefully that's at an end now with the the lack of the temptation. That's gone now.
So where should we start helping the city now?
I will have to phrase this question as carefully as possible. Not everyone in this city is a true elemental.
A true elemental.
People who can actually use elemental force and ability. Some are heightened sense, able to manipulate to an air of degree, heating water up faster, being able to lift things that are heavier than what they should be able to, but only for brief moments. A pure set elemental like myself or each of you, able to fully command the element. The ones that are not pure set, they... How do I phrase this? They would not be able to fully accept. Their element would awaken within them, but due to the sporadic nature of it, it would compact upon itself and eventually destroy that person. I have to ask, what judges have revealed themselves to you, if any, aside from myself?
We've met some pretty weird folks.
No one that's forthright said judge.
Well,
Other than, the woman who... No.
We, being me and Ivan, met Sister Mary Hollis. I believe she said something about judging us, but that doesn't necessarily mean she's a judge. Maybe she's just a judgmental person.
You're right on both parts.
Huh, well, I mean, pretty good at reading people. Also, she blatantly said she was going to judge me, so that helps.
Agreed. She is not a 100% delightful person. Who all have you met, just in general, then?
Well, I was at the library, and I met Harvard, I believe his name was.
Harvard Wilkins, yes.
Very helpful. Mentioned you by name, actually.
She kind of, tilts her head at you. Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. He's actually a new transplant into this town himself.
Huh. Didn't seem that way.
She looks really confused at you.
It seemed like he's been here for a very long time.
That is not my business to discuss. Harvard is new. I will guarantee you on that.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. Because I don't know what else to do at this point.
You're like, alright.
Alright, I'll believe you.
Did you meet anyone in particular?
Devin, Leah, guy that runs the junkyard, and crazy blind bitch who kidnapped me.
I don't know the last one. As for Devin Banks, he's
Delightful.
a delightful human indeed. You said you met Leah,
Yeah.
so you've met our leaf judge. She boasts about it randomly in town, even though no one knows what she means half the time, and then asks people for tradings.
I do not doubt she has judged some leaves in her day.
And then you said you met Arthas, the junkyard owner?
Mm-hmm.
We all met Arthas.
Arthas...
Before you came out of the temptation came out of you, we were trying to help him get answers about his son from
Do you know anything about the school exploding this morning? Do you know what's been going on while you were possessed?
No, unfortunately, I don't. There's no records of me having anything working on in these past few months, even. It seems as soon as
the school exploded this morning.
She kind of nods. I'm aware.
Oh, that's
But
right.
I gave into this temptation almost 5 months ago, and there's nothing. It seems as though I didn't work, but I did somehow.
I was just letting you know.
In case.
Fully aware, unfortunately.
How'd you become aware of it?
She kind of gestures and points at, there's, papers.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough. I guess...
I should also point, she's kind of, not unfeeling, but not an emotional person.
Mm-hmm. Well, Arthas's son is still in the hospital from the events of this morning.
Arthas's son is not in the hospital because of the events of this morning.
It's
Yeah,
been
he's
like
been
that
sick
for a
for a
while.
while.
I think.
Wow.
That wasn't even her, correcting you, kind of. It's just,
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Arthas's son has been extremely... He is not well, and unfortunately there is nothing that I can do or make anyone do. I'm not leading a dictatorship in this area. I will not force someone to do something that they are against on every fiber of their being.
So...
I can only try to persuade and get action and cause, which Arthas's son Rufus is one of the reasons I wanted to give into this power.
What's wrong with him?
As an elemental, you have, let's call them lifelines. As you damage your lifelines, it's almost like you're cutting the string of a puppet. The string can still be there, and you can reattach the string, and you can move the arm again, correct? But say when you cut that string, you burn it completely. You can build a new string if you know how to repair and construct one, but if you don't, that piece is just no longer viable. Arthas's son was always a reckless boy. And once he awoken and gained into his power, he proved to be powerful, which no one can fault. Their entire family comes from an extremely long lineage. They were part of the original founding families.
Oh.
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 Take
Wait.
some note.
So you're saying he's effectively used up his elemental cost, right? So all we need to do is the Sister Mary, she gave Ivan a vial of something that seemed to reduce the effects of him constantly using lightning before.
And that is where my issue is.
So we just need to convince Sister Mary Hollis to help.
If you can convince anyone under the name of Hollis to help the Leroux family, let me know how.
I pick up my axe and head for the door.
No!
Based on things that I've read about the town, do I know about family feuds?
A few. You recognize that there at one point were 8 controlling families that dwindled down to about 6 and then 5.
So it's I mean I'm putting together that
Yeah.
she's implying there's a family feud from a while back.
Mm-hmm. The initial founding of the town entirely. Now, a point with that, there may be people who can claim to being founded, part of the founding family. The Leroux family is one of the few that are directly, their ancestors in full name are part of, signing treaties.
Right.
Cool.
So seeing him grab his axe and scout to hand to the door, and then you stopped him. He looks. If you happen to look in my direction, there's a brief instance of Ivan. He's just yes.
Wait, was that really happening?
Yes.
Oh God.
Carter, don't look. He covers Carter's eyes and walks out the door.
Just walks into a wall.
Please tell me someone stopped them.
Yeah, no, she's like,
Thank
stop.
God.
She stopped us. We'll stop him.
Violence will not solve this situation. Well, at least, potentially not yet. She takes out a watch and looks at her wrist. It is rather late. I can call for a car to drop you off at a hotel, if you would like.
We have a specific hotel.
Yes.
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 What can you tell us about science group that brought us here?
The science group? Science group?
The science group.
Science group.
Yeah.
Apparently, I can't hear.
Yeah.
The lab.
What can you
Isn't
tell us
that-
about the lab?
The ancient lab that I found... Not lab.
I can't.
The Goddess Light Lab?
Goddess
Yes.
Light Labs.
I'm only going to remember to write this down right now. I'm doing it.
Because I'm bringing that up as well, and I, note the I think she wrote thing.
Are you going to bring up the note right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Before
so,
she sends us out, I'd like to bring
So
that
she
up.
mentioned that the Goddess Light Labs haven't been in operation in years.
Which I knew. The company closed about, he said, 200 years ago.
Right, which is odd because they're the ones that hired us
And brought us here
and brought us here
this morning.
this
Perhaps
morning.
it was some other branch that's stolen or using their name. Copyright might have
Okay.
given it.
Can-
I'm not entirely sure. But I've heard nothing from them in
Wait.
years.
You guys just, saying that, just light bulb. Do you mind?
I'm not,
Okay.
no.
Someone's
So Go stands up and he has this realization. He goes, "Oh no!" So I detail to them again because I think I told that you guys already about the time anomaly.
Oh.
That the girl we're looking for wasn't from this time or
Oh.
plane.
Oh.
So our hires are from probably when that lab was still functional.
Oh.
And she's part of that lab as well.
Well, Carter's uncomfortable.
I don't even know if we're in the right time anymore.
Makes sense. 200 years ago, they had a kid
Yeah.
go crazy and break out.
Break
Except
time.
part of that breakout was breaking time. That's why they were able to...
Send us.
Yeah, because apparently they can travel at will, and so...
But that's what caused the school to explode, too. So I tell her that, because I feel like that might be a good thing for her to know.
She just kind of looks at you and you see she's taking notes off of you. Goddess Light Labs, send investigation team over to see if any orphanings. You said how many people? It was one woman or...
One girl.
Different. Oh, the girl that we're looking for,
The girl-
or
the
the
girl that
people
We're looking
who...
for one girl, but I believe a different person recruited each of us.
Yeah.
Yes.
So at least 3 women. And you're looking for a girl. She walks over and starts going through a series of files that are labeled, and you see her just kind of when did I do this?
Poor woman
She
coming
pulls
into her
them out.
office
Are these
doesn't know shit.
alphabetized or are these done by day? Alphabetized. No, that's a day.
Carter pulls out it folded up. It's now been it's been through hell now. Picture of the girl. This is her.
She doesn't even look. She holds that hand and pulls out a really old ass looking file. It's the manila paper is just warped and just gross. She opens up and pulls out a picture of 2 twin girls that match.
Oh, there's 2!
It doubles our chances of finding at least one.
But how do we know which is which? And how do we know which one's
Alma.
Alma?
These were 2 of the lost girls that disappeared in the founding of this town. It's actually the reason why the town was formed. Whenever the settlers moved here, one of the founding families lost his daughters somewhere in the woods, so because he was the main financier, they stopped. And eventually this town was built.
Odd.
Very
But-
odd.
Interesting.
And you can recognize the one on the left is definitely Alma.
Okay, so
There's defining traits.
The hair.
Okay.
So Alma has the flat,
Has some.
jade, just black kind of cut.
Yeah.
The other one, Ada, her hair is lighter looking and wavy.
I guess thanks for the ride. and I could definitely use some sleep. I've been walking for 2. One day it'll be funny. And he just kind of looks around.
Oh, you didn't ask about that note.
I did. I was bringing up the book in
right.
general.
Yeah, that's where
but
she kinda-
that's where she was also
okay.
wait, I don't understand how I could have written something.
Okay.
So she takes out the note and looks at it. This is my handwriting, but
Could you read it for me?
could you read?
My English is not good. My cursive is worse.
Well, that's the issue.
Oh no. That's the issue. Oh god.
Let's see. She takes out her left hand. Just so you know, everything's right. She takes out her left and she starts writing things down with her other hand. This is a lot clearer looking.
Oh.
That's right. She's ambidextrous. What's good? And I'm gonna write this for you really quick. So she's gonna write this down for you while you guys can actually have character conversation.
Right.
Okay, so she's going to redo this for us. Cool. Okay, well, character conversations.
While we're waiting for a ride.
You concern me, Carlo?
You should be
Are-
concerned. Have you taken a look at the world recently?
I was meaning, like, you kind of, like, murderous tendencies.
Well, I apologize. Maybe next time a psychotic ice demon is trying to kill us, you'd like me to, I don't know, talk it out with him?
Oh, I was meaning more like you about to go and axe murder some nuns, but...
I didn't say I was going to murder them. They said convince them to help these people's kid.
Okay,
That's...
okay. Let's try this thing where you communicate that before you run away with an axe.
Well, I mean, the axe would have helped. It usually does.
You're growing on me. It's cool. I just need to have some communication. We're gonna work on this.
Sure.
Cool. I'm glad we have understanding here.
For the record, I assumed we were not going to be killing the nuns. I assumed we'd be threatening to kill the nuns. And
Don't ever make a threat you're not prepared to
Was
follow
that
through
Carter?
on.
yeah.
Okay. I couldn't tell if Ivan was... which is... That's weird, by the way. Not weird, just weird.
I mean, it's not common, so yeah. I guess weird is the correct word.
What does he think he is, calling weird?
I just wasn't sure because that seemed like a very Ivan thing, and I, again, still learning what
Right,
this
no.
is that you're doing.
What I'm doing, it's really a we thing here.
Sorry.
A wee thing.
A we thing.
It's a wee thing!
Looks
today.
an Irish man just ran through the building.
Oh, God.
Right. I mean, it's complicated. I'll give you that. But it works. It works. It's a working, functional thing for the most part. You know, I have my uses and he has his. So yeah, I think we'll be just fine. Just don't panic. Everything's fine.
Well, sometime Ivan and I need to talk strategy because now we've both got lightning things.
That is true.
And we'll talk about that sometime.
I'm sure we could arrange some kind of conversation, or we could talk right now.
Oh, God! I get no say in this, apparently.
No, we talk right now. I like this strategy talking. I like it. It's very good.
Looks
Like
at
that.
Carlo.
It's good to meet you too, Ivan. I'm sorry I let you on fire earlier.
It's alright, I understand. Opponent, enemy, fight, I get it. I not take personal. It's their first fight together. Brothers are not formed in one fight. It takes time.
So,
I have the feeling that you and Ivan are gonna get along way too well, and then me and Carter are gonna be over here like, let's not kill people!
That's actually kind of what I'm going for here.
So, she hands you the note, a change is happening. The world is fluttering, shifting in more than one direction. A heart that has been cut into two can never be whole, no matter if they are placed together.
Okay.
A piece is lost no matter what. North, lost. East, found. South, infected. West, frozen. And that's it. That's all it says. And it says Irene book.
Cryptic.
Very. Not fond of cryptics.
And
I like things to be short, to the point.
of cryptics.
I mean cryptids! Oh! I'm kidding.
Should we edit that out?
Huh?
Should we edit that out?
Would we be in any way considered in the west portion of town right now? Because it said West
Oh.
Frozen, right?
Mm-hmm.
We just brought
Yeah.
a freezing monster.
Well,
Yeah,
she's right here.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Actually, yeah, you guys are more so on the side of the church. So yeah, that is west.
Understand?
good
Alright.
point. Good catch. Now, what does the lost, found, and infected mean?
I did the last
south
one.
is
You guys.
I did the last one.
the south is the junkyard. Yes. No.
The
It's
two
good
hearts
guess.
could be the twins.
True.
Did Carter give you a timer?
He does not give me timer for talking. It's only for moving.
Okay, I didn't know. Sorry.
What happened was Carter is tired.
That's
So
fair.
in
He's
an
taking a
emergency,
nap.
yeah.
Carter is taking nap right now.
Carter is sleeping with fish. No, literally, he dreams of fish.
He really likes the fish. I do not know why.
Oh god.
Yeah, so that's your note.
I suppose if we want to find something, we go to found, yes?
Not now though. Let's sleep, please.
Obviously. Carter is sleeping. Can you not
I
sleep while
have
moving?
no jet lag, but I am in a time zone that is 24 hours off. Well, 12 hours off from my own.
Why is this town a secret from the rest of the world?
Ooh, good.
I think I have answer for this. And he holds out his hands, and like lightning kind of pops out of his hands.
That is correct. Most people, we fear, would not completely know how to comprehend elementals. We would much rather not be deemed as inhuman or hunted. This is a town for people to come to when they seek refuge, in a sense.
So you're like
No one-
X-Men. Don't have the rights. So you're like a secret society that's like a safe place.
Yeah, like the X-Men.
One where we...
You're like a cool
God
English
damn
teacher.
it.
Yes, we are a secret society where we take those who have powers and educate them on how to use them and working together in a team.
Captain, my captain.
But no, so explains the whole thing. Once there was a time that elementals had revealed themselves and they were hunted and prosecuted.
Persecuted.
No, prostituted.
They wanted to make more elementals.
They were whored out. No, yeah. They were persecuted for their abilities, things that they could not control. In this area, elementals can grow, maintain their abilities, mature into them, and once they decide to, they can leave. The
Okay,
entire
Professor.
the entire city itself. Surely you've noticed that it's sort of backwards, correct?
Define. Small on the inside, big on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
That thing.
As you get to the borders, it bleeds out into actual cities for them to slowly transition into. So it's not so much that we are...
So right now we're like in a suburb in the middle of the city, and then it bleeds out to more urban.
Yep.
Correct? Okay, that's what I thought. I remember.
When you say actual cities, though, do you mean if you walked to the edge of this, you could find yourself in a modern city somewhere in the world?
You would find yourself on the outer perimeter of what we try to match up to a small outskirts of suburbia.
Interesting.
Coolziak.
Cool.
I do not like this word. I love this word.
Coolziak.
Kuzak.
Coolzak.
Well, should we take that ride, folks?
Yes.
Yes.
Please, I'm sleepy. I'm
This
hungry.
one is falling asleep.
I'm
sleep.
so hungry. Yeah,
You got
no,
a good
I'm
pizza place around
sleepy.
here? Someplace I can get some fire jalapenos?
Why do you need these things? Ivan looks at you
No
knowing
reason.
exactly why you need these things.
I suppose I can order you some pizzas from our pizzeria. Do you have a hotel you're staying at, or do I need to provide?
Yes.
Insert name of hotel here.
The Magnificent Eight.
Do we have the rights?
Is that actually a thing?
I think so. There's Hateful Eight, Magnificent
Seven.
Seven. We're good.
Yeah!
Okay, so the Magnificent 8 is our hotel. Excellent. And hopefully we have a car there.
Well,
If we don't have a car there, Carlo might kill someone.
Everyone.
So,
he
you
really
hear,
likes his car.
you hear a car pulling, you hear like a small...
Meep meep. God.
There's like it's from the outside, so it's like it's
Right.
muffled down quite a bit.
I haven't looked out the window.
It's
There's
a
a clown
Prius.
car. There's clown car in driveway.
Think of it, it's like a big black like SUV, like almost like
The bad guy car.
Yeah, but not.
But not tailgating in a group.
Yeah, it's just a standalone.
Waiting for us to get into it.
I get in.
Will it?
He's gone.
It is one room technically. It is two,
Partitioned.
but they connect by a door.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Gotcha. So it's a partitioned
Mm-hmm. But it's a sliding door, not like a.
door.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Carter, Ivan walks over to bed and he like looks at it, pokes it a couple of times, kicks it, makes sure there's no like.
You're good. It feels pretty comfortable. It's
Hmm.
not. It's not the best.
Sure.
But it's for Ivan's standard. Ivan would like a harder mattress.
It's true. And he's just like, whatever. And he kind of like falls in it and instantly falls asleep.
Okay.
Okay.
Like not even under the covers, just on the bed, falls asleep.
Do you want to be in this room or that room?
He's
He's out cold. He doesn't have a choice.
I need to go check on my vehicle first.
Yeah, you should
Okay,
do
it's
that.
right out front. It's good.
Cool. Which room has a window view of it?
Both.
Okay. Which one is on a corner?
Neither. They're both centered.
They're both face out. That's it.
Cool.
Not optimal, but
Do they both have chain locks or one of those little flippy locks?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
he's gotta weigh his options,
I know.
man.
I'm over here just dying.
I'll do the Ivan one.
You sleep with Ivan?
Okay.
Don't get the
Okay, I'll take the next door room.
If I wake up and you're spooning me, we gonna have problems.
Wait, is it one mattress or is there two mattresses?
There's 2 mattresses in each
Thank
room.
goodness. It's like Carlo is just like, I'll sleep on the couch.
Unless you guys think we should all stay in one room as not to split the group, and I can sleep on the floor.
I don't care. I would also be fine sleeping on a love seat or 4.
Because, I mean, one of us should keep a watch anyway.
You're that paranoid?
Have you been here for the last day?
If Ivan was awake, he'd agree.
He's out cold. You shush.
Okay, well, you're all, like, super exhausted, so...
Yeah.
I'll take the first watch.
I guess I'm gonna
Anything?
stay in the room and I'll sleep in the other bed. I'm not taking my clothes off.
your
though, probably. There's no
initiative.
point.
Yeah, I mean, Ivan slept in his clothes.
Oh, I don't think we even have any like packs with other
We
clothing
have
in
changed
them,
clothes,
did we?
yeah. We gotta change clothes. I feel like we gotta change
But
clothes.
yeah, I like pajamas.
Yeah.
10.
I mean,
Yeah, so...
you fell asleep in your
alright.
clothes.
Yeah, I just
too.
fell asleep in my clothes. Doesn't matter.
Then I'll just go to bed.
Too exhausted?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you're too tired. I mean, I fell asleep already though, and you tried.
We're all asleep. We sleep.
We stayed in one room, by the way.
Okay,
I
that's
ended
fine.
up staying. If you wanted to try and do that, I ended up staying, assuming you would wake me or Ivan up, but you crashed apparently.
You're just so excited to see your car
So did you fall asleep on the floor, or what did you end up doing?
by the window.
Yeah, just gonna...
In the seat with your feet propped up on the
Yeah.
space
I just
heater.
imagine you're like draped over the windowsill and it just looks really uncomfortable, but you're just passed out with your face just pressed against the window.
Yeah.
It's kind of cute. You don't think about how not cute it is.
Okay, everyone roll an initiative for me. Not a combat initiative.
Okay, I was gonna say I'm usually an early riser.
Nope, I'm sleeping for 3.
12.
I am a 15. Okay.
So you wake up first. So it's the next day. It's around, for you it's kind of a late wake up. It's 9 a.m.
Technically. Oh god. Well, 9 a.m. here is not 9 a.m.
So you wake up first. Everything's fine. Nothing weird.
Cool. I'm gonna go shower. We have the bags, but oh no, I'm not gonna shower. Shoot. I messed up. I should have done that last night. I realized this, but then I realized that right now it's technically night for me. I shower and then I bathe, as I would.
There we go. So are you in this room with the shower there, or are you in the other room doing
I
this?
went over to the other room.
Okay.
So as not to disturb the sleeping bear.
Because there are sleeping people. Yeah, no, I woke
That's what
up
I was talking
earlier.
about.
Since I woke up earlier, gosh, I can't believe you guys are still asleep. But yeah, no, because
Okay, so you
sleepiness.
get everything. You shower, you bathe, you clean.
Thank God.
You find in your bag fresh change of clothes and a note.
And a note. Okay, I read the note.
We'll get back to you in a moment.
Okay, go
Is it
ahead.
a love letter?
So you wake up next and you're just like, fuck. Immediately you just check for your car. It's there.
I go out and give it a once over.
It's great.
Cool. Where are my keys?
They are in the car. It is not locked.
Get in. Because we said it was a drop top, right? It had a hard top that comes down.
Yeah.
Cool. I just give it a once over, make sure everything's okay.
Yeah.
Do I need to roll a perception? Just look for tracking devices or explosive devices.
You won't have to look for that one. I'm not going to make you. It's good. It is clear.
Cool.
And there is extra material in the back that you did not pack that would allow you to make 3 more Molotov cocktails. With a note. And we'll get back to that in a moment.
Cool.
Still passed out.
Okay, so you're the last to...
I rolled a nat 1.
Yeah, I know. You're the last to wake
Yeah.
up. So you got up at 9, which is late. You got up at like 9:30, 9:45, noon.
I mean, I can understand why he would be
So-
the most bushed.
Yeah, this is you just kind of This is you waking up. Things go back to you. Your notice from Harvard.
Really? Okay. What does Mr. Harvard have to say to me?
Hey, you. Hope you had a good night's sleep. Hey, so there's a thing about you that... Well, never mind. Anyway, here's some clothes and stuff. So, yeah. I hope you enjoy catching mazes. Smiley face.
Oh yeah, Catching Mazes, that lovely book he gave me. That our buddy, the S
I don't remember what the fuck.
Lucas, I believe his name was.
I thought you were gonna say the author, and I was like, don't bring that up. I don't
No.
remember what they called it.
It was some conglomeration of many other young
you
adults.
said, Lucas, check your phone. Not your actual phone, your in-game
Oh, okay. I checked my in-game phone.
phone. Which is your real phone, which I should have actually messaged you. My bad.
No, we can do that next time. It's cool.
You have a message from Lucas.
Wow, that's
From
convenient.
last night.
That I missed. Is it when I was already asleep or when we were talking
When
to
you were talking.
the mayor?
That perception roll I had to do earlier.
I didn't see my phone buzz. Okay.
So we'll go to that in just one moment.
No, go for it.
So you have a note in your vehicle. It is from Arvis. Just says, thanks. And he has like really gruff, like rushed handwriting. Do a perception check on it really quick. It smells like gunpowder. Like the note itself smells like gunpowder.
I note that.
Okay. Text message for you, and this whenever he's waking up. Hey, hope things are going well. Give me a shoot me a text whenever you get this.
Oh shit.
Important.
Okay. Well, I'm.
And then you wake up to the door sliding open.
Carter like rolls out of bed and like stands up and just like looks a little paranoid and kind of like
Wait,
realizes.
you woke up to the door sliding?
Yeah.
The door between your guys' room.
Oh, me opening it
Mhm.
and coming back through as I'm shooting Lucas a text. Anyway.
So he's like looking at you, recognizes you, drops the combat stance, walks over to like the bathroom, kind of like splashes water on his face.
You're
Are you
saying
playing music in your
you
car?
and are you?
Looks at sees Go. I keep
It's
forgetting
noon
how
now.
to pronounce.
Go is my last name, just for the record.
Oh, so Yun? Do I call you Yun? What do I call you?
Go is perfectly fine.
Okay. So yeah.
You guys haven't really called me by any names,
That's
so
true.
it's not a big deal. I mean, Go. It's fine. I answer to Go.
Okay. We good?
We're good.
We good.
Sorry.
Yeah, I scamper back inside. I just grab a washcloth, I get it wet, and that's the extent of the bathing I do. Just some spot
Okay.
checking, and then play some music in my car and think.
All right. Well, Carter kind of keeps washing his face, washes his hands.
I'm going to tell Carter about while he's spritzing up, and you're not showering, right? You're just washing.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna peek in and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Lucas texted me. If you recall who that is."
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
What did he say?
He said something was important, and that was last night. I texted him a few minutes ago, and I haven't heard anything back yet.
Yep.
I assume.
All right. Well, I mean, maybe he has some information for us. Maybe we can find that little girl.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I checked my bag. I'm assuming I also have fresh clothes, so that'll be pretty.
Yep. Also fresh clothes with a note.
Why do I get a note? All right, cool. All right, so
Also-
I just
Wait, didn't we get these bags from our employer?
yeah,
Oh.
timey
okay.
wimey stuff, man. So
Okay.
yeah, I just start stripping off my clothes and changing clothes.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave the room because I'm awkward. Takes me a moment. I'm on my phone. I look up. Go is like, "Oh, I'll leave now. Sorry." Because decency.
I'm from the military. What's decency?
That's true. That is a military thing, isn't it?
Yep.
Doesn't matter who's in the room. Cool. Okay. Strip.
It's also a theater thing.
That
Yeah.
too.
Going for the quantity over quality again, eh?
Yeah.
Should I say quantity?
Because I was playing with my nipples.
Yeah, I guess that should definitely be explained.
So,
Visual jokes. Damn it.
it's a note.
Right. So yeah, I look at the note.
You don't know who the hell this person is.
I don't know who the hell this person is.
You're just saying this out loud to yourself, just so you know.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna. Have you come in, or are you still outside in your car?
I'm in my Jeep.
Okay.
Sorry, I just realized that there's gonna be a really weird confusion, so it's a good thing I looked at. I need to change someone's name.
That's the face of
You're still
Retcon.
changing, but from the actual hotel room, I yell to the bathroom. Hey, I just got a lead on where we need to head. Whenever you get done, head outside and meet us at the Jeep. I'm gonna let Carlo know.
All right.
So
The note, really pretty handwriting.
Okay.
Hey, you don't know me, I don't know you really, but here's the thing, I can help you. Deal. It's on like a stock card, and it says, the Wailing Kitty.
Does it look like a stereotypical?
There's like a black like silhouette kind of thing of like a girl like sticking her ass out on a pole.
It seems I've been invited to strip club, Carter. I think we've been invited to this.
No.
No, it is me.
is Ivan a ladies' man? Please tell me Ivan's a ladies' man.
I'm pretty sure. Did I not like heavily flirt with?
With our conversation about your character, yes. I don't know. I remember your flirting kind of thing, but that's because gaming situations
Right,
are always weird. It says signed V.
All right.
Anyway, I go down. I'm beating him to the car, and are your windows down or?
I go ahead and roll it down when I see you walk up.
Okay. Is it a crank or is it an automatic?
Yeah.
Hey! Can
No.
you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. Can you turn that off? Just pause it.
Just pause it. It's on the radio.
He just turns it down. So, I've got a lead on where we should head. Lucas, the guy that was assisting the old lady outside the school,
Carter shows up right now.
he said that we should meet him back there at the fountain by the school. Because he said he's got something for us, I guess.
Also, might have a lead at this place, and he just kind of like points at the icon of the lady with her booty. Apparently, someone can help us.
Looks like it.
Gross.
Is that what I think that is?
I believe, and I could be wrong here, but I don't think I am. We go into a strip club,
Please no.
but someone could help us there. We really could use some assistance.
Also has an address, by the way.
There's also an address, by the way.
I want to make sure you guys know where you're going.
You called it was the Wailing what?
The Wailing Kitty.
Yeah, don't.
You're fucking welcome, by the
say.
way.
That's actually a great name.
That's a strip club named by someone who does not frequent strip clubs.
How dare you?
So
Oh, I guess you do.
Wait,
It's a good pun name.
I like it.
can I use GPS in this town?
Yeah, you all can.
Okay.
Remember, your phone is international.
Oh, I
You have
just
a
wasn't
double-
sure if this town being weird with maps.
I mean, in this situation, yeah, they fine.
Okay, well, I want to see which place is closer.
The Wailing Kitty is closer.
We'll miss the evening rush.
Mental fist pumps.
You have a good point there, and wow, I can't believe I just said you have a good point there. Did you just turn the sound up for a sec?
He thought you were done, and then you started talking again, and he turned it back down really fast.
Yeah, so it would take about roughly 10-15 minutes to get back to the very center of town kind of thing.
Yeah.
Back road kind of issue thing. Actually, no, it would take longer. It would take about 20. Because
Okay.
I'm building this road in my mind right now.
Okay.
Cool.
You don't get to see it.
Cool,
Okay.
cool,
Cool.
cool,
Cool.
It's
Cool.
my
Cool.
road.
Cool. 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 Cool.
But the Wailing Kitty is on like one of like the second tier area, so a lot more city-like. All right.
Oh yeah.
Well,
One might even
a lot
say
more
the red light district.
Kitty-like.
A lot more kitty-like.
You good to drive?
Very.
Sweet. Shotgun.
Okay, I guess I will get into the
He
back.
pulls out the shotgun you have in the car.
I meant like
It's canon now.
No.
No, I mean, it's a canon now.
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, you can play your music if you want. I am giving you permission.
Oh, well, he needed permission.
No, I didn't. He blares his music all the way there.
We don't have
What
the
is-
rights.
We don't have the right.
They won't sue us. These guys are cool.
And for his
Don't
last
worry,
words.
I'll edit it in later.
Okay.
Okay.
Just loud
It'll
blaring
just be Good
rock
King
music.
Wenceslas the whole time.
Good King Wenceslas.
So, driving, and you get closer, and like I said before, it's really weird how the city is set up. So it seems like you just took like an interstate, and you're like, what the fuck?
Okay.
And right one of the first exits, you just see a sign that has like a neon cat wagging, and kind of like perching in the ball yard, and it has just like the tail kind of thing, and you just see the thing that says meow. It's so goddamn tacky.
I'm sending Lucas a text letting him know that we're taking a detour and we'll be there later this afternoon.
So that's tacky, but I mean, we're pretty close then, I'm assuming.
Yeah, you can
Cool.
even hear the really bad EDM.
noise.
I'm not paying a cover charge.
I don't know that we're. I mean,
This early, it's like 1 in the afternoon.
We
Not
could-
even.
yeah. I mean,
It's
lunch.
about 1. The lunch rush. Ew.
I mean, that's a thing.
I've heard rumors that we shouldn't eat food at these kind of places.
That's just
Sensibility.
I've heard the opposite. I've heard that the out of character, not go. Go is never.
Go frequents the strip clubs.
I've actually heard the opposite. Like, as a person, I've heard that strip club food can be really fucking good.
It can be, just like bar food. It can be good.
Okay, that's fair.
A lot of things can be good.
Anyway.
society's obsession with food being dangerous is out of control.
That wasn't out of character, by the way.
We're back.
That's it. You guys pull up, and there's like this dude just out front, just looking down, just like bored as fuck.
He looks excited. Carter hops out, gets a little stretch on. I don't like car rides. Too cramped.
I don't like car rides.
You weren't in the back seat. Granted, I am the tiniest.
We are in a Jeep. Back seats are huge in Jeeps.
Not if
You just
you're
get
like-
banged around a lot, like a puppy.
Alright,
I mean, I've probably got the shortest legs. It's better for me to be in the back, probably.
probably. Alright.
Anyway.
So, yeah, I approached the bouncer. I'm like, you look really happy about your job. Can we just go in? You're not saying anything. Pulls out card. I'm supposed to meet V?
Cool.
He doesn't care. Let's go.
I walk inside.
I follow.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I
The
was
door
like, I'm
doesn't
gonna grab
open for
Carter
you.
and kick him in.
The door doesn't open.
Is it locked, or does it just go the
It just can't open.
How are you supposed to get business if you don't let people...
We let certain people in.
Well, what is the specifics of a certain person?
Kind of looks around, looks at you. Really? Kind of looks around you guys. Are you like normal?
Oh, I am.
Oh.
Mostly.
I get what he's meaning, and I unmask.
Okay. You feel that energy wave over, by the way.
Yeah.
Carlo's just like
Carlo's just-
unconvinced.
Blank stares.
I feel like this is gonna turn into a rant of, well, why do I have to show you anything about what I am? I don't have to do anything for the man. What are you talking about?
You know, honestly, I don't know that we really need to prove that we are elementals, considering that he just unmasked, and we're not trying to kill him, so you could probably assume...
It's not about that. It's, that's a chamber elemental. What element are you?
Lightning? Well, I'm lightning.
Okay. You?
Why do you need to know? What are you looking for? Who's dangerous?
The dancers.
Well, thanks for listening. I am John, and this is the end of the episode. So, to come back for more episode, but there's no more episode here. It's done. But like and subscribe and tweet and snap and all of those fun things that everyone just enjoys so very much. As the youngsters say, 23 skidoo.